Hi Robuxio traders, welcome to our new market update. In this one, we will talk about our trading universe a lot because it's pretty interesting to understand what we are trading, what coins we are trading, and why. And I also want you to understand what exactly it means to trade our universe and how different kind of universes are changing, what it means to trading results. And I also would like to know your opinion on our tradable universe and if you would be, for example, interested in trading less aggressive solution. So firstly, let's go over the presentation. Well, everyone knows Bitcoin, right? Everyone knows that Bitcoin is close to all-time highs and that it is moving pretty nicely, let's say last 2-3 weeks. Perfect. Then we have total 3 crypto index. It is on new highs, but not on new all-time highs because it's still like 30% below all-time high from 2021. But why it is important to understand what total 3 is? Well, total 3, and we have also made this mistake in the past that we are using it as an index before digging deeper a little bit to what it really means. Total 3 is the whole tradable universe of cryptocurrencies without Bitcoin and Ethereum. It also means that there are many very small projects that are, for example, only starting with a market cap of 1 mil or half million, and they can make 10x over the night because of very low liquidity and super high volatility. And we can see it, for example, on this price action because total 3 was really moving a lot last 2-3 weeks. Why? Because it was really pushed by meme coins, by newly released meme coins too, and by really small coins. Because now, remember this picture and let's look at our tradable universe. What we are trading is top 50 coins by volume. It means that every day we are choosing top biggest 50 coins based on long-term volume, not to get into very small coins that are just pumping in volume, for example, yesterday, but we are taking longer term average. And we are trading on top of these top 50 coins by volume and liquidity. And why? Well, because the lower the volume, the higher the volatility of these coins. So we want to take advantage of this volatility. On the other side, we are not trading some top 150 coin. Why? Well, because this coin is very low liquid and we definitely cannot allocate to these coins with 7 or 8 figures AUM total. So that's why we are trading up to top 50 coins. But it still means, for example, in the proper bull market in 21, that these coins would be able to overperform Bitcoin holding by 3x without any problems. Why? Because of low or lower liquidity compared to Bitcoin and higher volatility. On the other side, it also has its disadvantage. Which one? Well, that it can fall much more compared to Bitcoin because again, there is very clear characteristics and it doesn't matter if we are talking about crypto or we are talking about stocks, which is that the higher the asset or the higher the liquidity of the asset, the higher the tendency to be stable or not to fall that much in the time of crisis. And you can see it, for example, very nicely on Bitcoin. You can see it very nicely here that Bitcoin here made a drawdown of 20 to 30% maximum, while our top 50 tradable universe fell by close to 50%. Honestly, it was even more compared to the bottom of 2023. You can see that we got almost on the top of 2023 again. Why? Again, lower liquidity, higher volatility. And you can see that this universe is just starting picking up. We are not even in the first phase of the bull market of the end of 23, not even on the characteristics of the first quarter of 24. You can see that really this movement was pretty strong. Here we just got out of some trading range. So just for you to understand what we are trading. Now again, to understand the characteristics of smaller coins compared to bigger coins, let's look at this top 50 to top 10 comparison of potential tradable universe. We are trading top 50, which is this green line. But for example, if we would be trading top 10, you can see that the performance in highly trending periods were much smaller, much lower compared to top 50 coins. Again, why? Liquidity and volatility. You already know the relationship. You can even see that in the bull market of 23 and 24, top 10 was underperforming top 50 and it was underperforming the Bitcoin. So the strength or the power of top 10 is already weaker. Why? Because higher liquidity, lower potential. You can see it here. Let's zoom in a bit. You can see the performance of top 50, the highest, then top 10, and then Bitcoin. It was the lowest one. And we want to take advantage of these smaller coins. But on the other side, remember that we were talking about smaller coins tend to fall more during the time of crisis compared to bigger coins. And you can see it on this example. Top 50 universe fell a lot by 60% more or less. On the other side, top 10 fell by 30 to 40%, Bitcoin 20 to 30%. So you can see pretty nicely the correlation between the liquidity, the size of the coin, and the stability. It's something that we need to play with. But we are adding one more characteristics, one more crucial factor to our trading, and that's momentum. Because most of our momentum breakout or trend following strategies are made based on the idea that it's better to trade the coins with the highest momentum. Why? Because again, on many researches, it's much better to bet on momentum because it tends to continue. The research is saying that if something starts moving, it tends to move with some probability. And if we take our top 50 tradable universe, the top 50 biggest coins by volume, and we take top 20 of them, which are moving the most, which has the highest momentum, this is this red chart. And you can see that anytime we deploy this momentum, this idea of trading momentum, the overperformance to just holding the whole top 50 universe in the time of bull market, or even to the performance of Bitcoin holding is much, much higher, like between 2 to 6x. You can see the same in this smaller bull market. And you can even see that the momentum on top 50 coins is basically just starting. Of course, we cannot get to the position with momentum here. We need to see some proper breakout. and you can see how even the coins with the momentum were falling a lot during 2024. That was also the reason why we were in this long drawdown, because the momentum was simply not working. That's always the case. You have always periods when momentum is working much better, and you have periods when momentum is underperforming. In the market, nothing is 100% sure. Another comparison only in the bull market of the last quarter 23, first quarter 24, the top 20 coins by momentum were overperforming Bitcoin. On the other side, during the sideways market, these coins were underperforming quite a lot. And you can even see that while Bitcoin is trending basically since September, we were in a range bound market until November, more or less. Like a few days, 2-3 weeks ago, we just started some proper breakout on this universe. Now let's look at some comparison between our V3 portfolio, Bitcoin, and tradable top 20 momentum universe. You can see that the portfolio is taking advantage of high momentum like here, or it's starting taking advantage of this high momentum here or here. But we just need to be patient, because the momentum period lasts over 6 months here, and we are in the high momentum period just over 2 to 3 weeks. It's still pretty short time, so we just need to wait. Whenever the momentum will continue working, we will be able to push the portfolio pretty high. I'm pretty excited, honestly, about this time, because everything seems to be quite interesting for crypto over the long term. So let's see where we will get. And now I wanted to show you how the portfolio is performing on top 10 coins versus top 20 coins. You know that we are trading on top 50 coins, but right now, as you can see, that the bigger coins were holding the stability better in the year 2024 during the range bound market. I wanted to show you, and I need you to understand the differences between the tradable universes, because on top 10 coins the portfolio was pretty stable. Actually, we didn't make almost any drawdown at all. Why? Because we were only trading these top 10 coins, or we would be trading. You weren't trading it because we are trading top 50 coins. But some of our institutional clients, for example, are trading only on smaller universes. On the other side, top 20 is already more volatile, and that's why if the market is working, if the momentum is working, the more volatile universe, this top 20, is making more profits. But if it is not working properly, we are losing more, like in this period, while the top 10 universe was still pretty stable. Now, if we add our top 50 tradable universe, this is the universe we are actually trading, you can again see that in the time when the market is okayish, this top 50 portfolio is pushing the most, because we are taking advantage of the momentum of these smaller coins. But on the other side, if the momentum is not in the market, and if the portfolio is out of the sync of the market, these smaller coins tend to lose more. That's why there is higher volatility with bigger universes. That's just the nature characteristics of smaller versus bigger assets. I know that this topic is already a little bit more advanced, but I really needed you to understand how these relationships are working and what you should expect over the long term. So you can see that in this drop, these top 50 portfolios were dropping the most because of the volatility. Plus, of course, we got to this reef trade, as you can remember. But now, let's zoom out a bit, because now you can see the portfolio of top 50, our Robuxio portfolio, the blue line, versus top 20 versus top 10. And because at the start of 2024 there was pretty high momentum in the market, this portfolio with top 50 coins, the one we are trading, made much more compared to the smaller universes. Again, because we are taking advantage of the momentum of these smaller coins. And if we zoom out even more, and we would start the test in 2022, the overperformance compared to the universes of bigger coins only is much, much bigger. Again, there is no magic in it. It's only because the assets with lower liquidity are more volatile and they are taking advantage of the momentum much more. Plus, there are bigger edges on these smaller coins or smaller assets in general. So that was something I wanted to show you regarding our tradable universe, why we are trading, for example, top 50 coins, although based on the results in last few months, we could say, okay, let's trade top 10 only because it was performing better in last 6 to 9 months. But over the long term, and we are here to trade long term, in years, not in months. It's better based on statistics with all the information we know right now to trade the bigger tradable universes that we are trading at Robuxio. But I have one question. Would you be interested in trading much more conservative portfolio that is, for example, based on top 10 tradable coins only, based on the top 10 biggest coins? Please let me know, write me an email, because I would be interested if you would be interested in such a product, because we can deliver it without any problems if there would be high demand enough. Okay, now a few more messages. One is that we can see that the ratio between Bitcoin and smaller coins are finally starting turning. We can see that Bitcoin dominance is starting falling, and last time when there was a strong bull market, the Bitcoin dominance fell by a lot, and it was a huge start of a proper bull market. So let's see if we get to this stage. Would be definitely interesting. One more thing. These days you can read how everyone is making money. Everyone is making money on some meme coin. Everyone is making money on some small altcoins or even shitcoins. I have very interesting stats here. Look at the traders' net PNL from Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid is decentralized exchange, which is showing the sum of the results of all traders who are trading on it. And this is the equity curve. Well, basically, most traders are losing. Most traders who are winning right now will be losing over the long term. Why? Because they don't have long-term edge. That's what trading is about long-term edge. It doesn't matter that much about the results in a month, in a quarter, or even in 6 months, because you have to have the long-term edge to be able to beat the market over the long term. And as you can see, most traders are lacking it a lot. That's interesting statistics I wanted to share with you because I think it's pretty eye-opening because everyone is only sharing the positive results, but it's not the nature of trading. And one important message at the end of this update, please be very careful anytime you get some message from Binance or any other exchange that you have some problem with your device or that someone logged into your device and you should immediately call to some call. Please, there are many scams that are connected with crypto, but not only with crypto, but in with money in general. So anytime you get some message that is strange, that is not normal, contact Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, or your exchange through official channel and double confirm everything with them before you will start making any transactions. Plus, never ever send money to some hot wallet uh, which is made by someone who got in contact with you. It's almost always scam. Be careful, please. Okay, thank you. That was it. This market update was a little bit more advanced, but you are also getting more advanced because you are trading with Robuxio for quite some time. And that's why we are getting more and more knowledge together, and you are getting more and more skilled trader. Thank you. If you would have any questions, please send me an email. I will always answer. Bye.